He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. Oh my God. Howie, why do you keep doing this? Every time I think you got one up on the competition, every time I think you got him, then you get him again. Every time I think the body is dead, you bring it back to life and then kill it again. Howie Roseman. Howie motherfucking Roseman. We got to get a man his flowers. We got to give that man his flowers. We cannot ever sit here and say Howie Roseman is not trying to win and not trying to win big. We cannot lie to ourselves anymore. We got to keep it 100. I don't care what fan base you rocking with. I don't care who you support. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I'll put my GM against your GM any day of the week. Pull the trigger. Let's go. Run it up. Let's go. Man, oh man. If you don't already know, my apologies. My name is Tone DeShields II. You guys are locked in on a very special dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. And guess what, y'all? We're doing a lot of winning right now. I don't know what's going on with the Commanders. I don't know what they got going on over there. Because last time I checked, if you got a rookie quarterback, you want to make sure he has ample weapons to succeed, right? And outside of Terry McLaurin, who do they have in that wide receiver room? I mean, they got Diami Brown out of North Carolina. Okay, he's all right. Hasn't really proven anything in this league yet. But, hey, yo, we got to keep it a buck. And I'm not letting nobody shit on this. Excuse my language. I'm not letting nobody try to talk down on this move. They can try all they want. They can try. I'm not letting nobody talk down on this move. Let's get to it. The Philadelphia Eagles decided to trade for wide receiver Jahan Dotson from the Washington Commanders. Let me give you guys some context to this deal here. Like I said, I'm not letting nobody talk crazy about this deal. You're going to hear people say, well, why was he available? Or I heard he wasn't having a good camp, or this, that, and the third, right? Let's be totally honest. The Washington Commanders have been a dumpster fire. And the Washington Commanders have just finally decided if they had a direction they're going in. Yet they're still improving. So I don't know what went wrong over there in Washington, but he's in Philly now. We're bringing that boy home. The Penn State kid, Jahan Dotson. Let me just get to the details. So the Philadelphia Eagles, they agreed to terms on a trade with the Washington Commanders. The Eagles received wide receiver Jahan Dotson and a 2025 fifth-round pick, and the Commanders received the Eagles' 2025 third-round pick and 2 seventh-round picks. We got to be honest, man. We gotta be honest about this. This is a move worth taking. This is the move you make when you're trying to win a Super Bowl. It's as simple as that. When you're trying to win a Super Bowl, this is the kind of move you make. You're not worried about draft picks. You're not worried about what a player in the third round in 2025 is going to look like. You're not worried about 2 seventh-round picks. You're not thinking about that. You're thinking about, how can I make this team better today? And Howie Roseman did just that. To add context, we basically went from a wide receiver room that had Jalen Reagor, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, and Quez Watkins. We went from that to A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson. And if you want to throw Paris Campbell on the back end, sure, why not? But I doubt he makes this roster now because, again, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson. You know Johnny Wilson making the roster. You know Brandon Covey's making the roster. So that's 5 wide receivers right there. They may give it to Anaya Smith because they drafted him. So that's 6 wide receivers right there. So John Ross, Paris Campbell, finito. It's done. Y'all gave it the old college try. Y'all gave it your best. It's over with. Let me just get through the details here. So Like I said, the Eagles receive Jahan Dotson and a 2025 fifth-round pick. The Commanders received the Eagles' 2025 third-round pick and 2 seventh-round picks. I absolutely love this move, right? Now, to add context, last season, through 17 games, Dotson put up 49 catches on 83 targets, 518 receiving yards, averaged over 10 yards of reception, and 4 touchdowns as the number 3 in Washington. I think him and Curtis Samuel would alternate between that number 2 and number 3 role, but the number 1 was clearly Terry McLaurin. But I think any given Sunday, any given game day, they would decide, okay, we're going to lean more on Curtis today, or we're going to lean more on Jahan today. Curtis Samuel and Dotson had 2 different skill sets. Dotson was more of that deep threat to take the top off of your defense. He even caught a lot of catches, moving the chains, right? Whereas a Curtis Samuel, they used him in a lot of gadget situations, swing plays and jet sweeps and screens and all that kind of stuff, right? But they would alternate between who was the number 2 and the number 3 on any given Sunday, because their numbers are practically identical. If you compare the 2023 stats between Jahan Dotson and Curtis Samuel. And at the end of the day, if the rumor is true that the Commanders were already thinking about cutting him, right? You were already thinking about cutting him. The Eagles knew he would not make it to waivers or make it through waivers. They knew that. So they figured, you know what? We're going big or going home. This is the move you make. Scared money don't make no money. Don't nitpick the move. Look at it for what it's worth. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas got a Saquon Barkley. By the way, you got Jahan Dotson, a 24-year-old player who's been in the league for 2 years, has 2 additional years left on his deal, add in another year for the 5th-year option. He's a financial dream. He's a financial dream. See, stop thinking so linear about the move. Think in the grandiose, think in the grand scheme of things. You should be excited about the move. You should be. Because there are many teams who don't even have a number 3 as good as Jahan Dotson. If you watch the tape, if you watch the film, you know Jahan Dotson, he can get busy. He know what he's doing out there. For 2 straight seasons, he had mediocre quarterback play. So pack your bags if you're on the other side. We not rocking. Pack your bags if you're on the other side. We not rocking with you. It's just that simple. So like I said, last season, through 17 games, Dotson put up 49 catches on 83 targets, 518 receiving yards, averaged over 10 yards of reception, and 4 touchdowns as the number 3 pseudo number 2 in Washington. Now, if you want to go for his career numbers, he's put up 84 catches on 144 targets, just over 1,000 yards receiving, averages over 12 yards of reception, 11 touchdowns. The dude is good at what he does. He's good. And you're asking him to be a number 3? You asking him to be a number 3. Let's be honest about it. In an offense with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas got Saquon Barkley, you asking this man to be a number 3. Prior to today, we were trying to figure out if Paris Campbell was the guy, or if Johnny Wilson was the guy, or if Brenton Covey was the guy. And quite frankly, I was content with rolling the dice on Brenton Covey. But then you bring in Jahan Dotson, a guy that we've seen play, a guy that torched us last year. Keep it true. We got to keep it true. He torched us last year. He went for over 100 yards on us last year. Keep it real. This is the part of content creation where I get a little frustrated because people can't keep it real. He burnt us last year, but we should be worried about Jahan Dotson's ability to play the game. He's 24 years old. He's coming from the Washington Commanders. No stability from the coaching. No stability from the OC position. No stability at quarterback. A terrible offensive line. And you want me to say this is not a good move when exactly you want him to be your number 3? The number 3 behind A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith? Miss me with that. You got to miss me with that one. I'm not jacking that, not one bit. I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking it at all. So again, Dotson, he was a former first-round pick, drafted 16th overall out of Penn State. He's from Newark, New Jersey. He comes home. And like I said to you guys, 24 years old, 5'11", 182 pounds, had a 36-inch vertical at the combine and also ran a 4.43 40-yard time at the combine as well. He's athletic. You can use him in the slot. You can use him on the outside. He has good hands. He has strong hands. He has legitimate hands. And for a first-round pick, you say to yourself, damn, the numbers don't wow you. But like I said, he was in a lackluster offense, no stability at the offensive coordinator position, and the quarterback play was lackluster. He had to deal with Carson Wentz, had to deal with Tyler Heineke. Come on, really? Come on. He had to deal with what's the other guy that they had? What's that receiver they had? I mean that quarterback they had in Washington. Who that quarterback they had in Washington? Sam Howell. That's what it was. Sam Howell. And again, you're asking him to be probably what? In the pecking order, A.J. Brown, option 1. Devontae Smith, option 2. In the passing game, right? In the passing game. A.J. Brown, option 1. Devontae Smith, option 2. Dallas Goedert, option 3. Saquon Barkley, probably option 4 in the passing game. Option 5 may be Jalen Hurts taking off and running. Option 6, Jahan Dotson. You mean to tell me arguably Jahan Dotson is option 5 or 6 in this offense? Or maybe option 4 or 5 in this offense? Come on, yo. Come on. How many wide receiver 3s in the league can you say definitively are better than him? Remember, they always talked about the Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver room being top heavy. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. After that, finito. When you always saw those rankings about, who has the best wide receiver room? And we will always say us, but then we say, wait, we got the best wide receiver duo, but we ain't got the best wide receiver room. Now ask yourself this, who has the best wide receiver trio in the division? Who has the best wide receiver? Who has the best wide receiver trio in the division? Who has the best wide receiver trio in the conference? Who has the best wide receiver trio in the league? In the league. We're going to talk about it. We got nothing but time today. We're going to get into all that. We're going to break it all down. We're going to go team by team and figure out who got the best trips, who got the best trio in the league. Who got the most stability at the position in the league? A.J. Brown, secured financially. Devontae Smith, secured financially. Jahan Dotson, secured on the rookie deal. You basically got him for 3 years. 2 years if you exclude the 5th-year option. I'll take my trio against any other trio in the league. Put the money up. Let's be honest about this. What? Okay, I'm not paying flexing on mine. He trolling today. I'm not paying flexing no mind. He getting me out of character. I can't pay attention to flexing. He's not serious. He's not serious today. He tried to tell me the Texans got a better wide receiver trio than the fucking Philadelphia Eagles. Excuse me. I'm taking A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson any day of the week over Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell. I'm taking my guys. You tripping. Nico Collins gave you 1 year. Tank Dell gave you 1 year. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, solidified. Come on. Stop it, man. We got to cut the cap out. We got to cut it out. Dotson brings speed to the slot. He has the ability to take the top off of the defense, and he can actually catch the ball. He can actually catch the ball. That's what's so crazy about it. I hate to bring somebody up by bringing somebody else down, but we got to call it what it is. Quez Watkins could not catch. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside could not catch. Jalen Reagor could not catch. Olamide Zaccheaus, I liked him, but he was limited. Zach Pascal, I liked him, but he was limited. Come on, y'all. I like Olamide. Don't get it twisted. I like Olamide. Don't get it twisted. But he was limited still. He had moments with us, but he was limited. He was limited. Hey, listen, y'all. Handle my light work, man. I got to focus on giving y'all a dope show. Handle my light work in the live chat. Anybody that's out of line, anybody that's on that fugazi, handle that. I gotta make sure I give you guys a legitimate show here. I gotta make sure I give you guys a good show. So, like I said, Dotson, being 24 years old, he brings speed to the slot, has the ability to take the top off of defense. He can actually catch the ball. You can line him up anywhere in the football field. And if you look at his film, if you look at the highlights, he's fearless. Has the ability to high point the football, is not afraid to go up and get it. Can make the back shoulder throws, can make the catches in the back of the end zone to bring the feet down with technique. Knows how to make people miss after the catch and can bring in the tough catches at that. Like, I'm sorry if I can't help you here. And quite frankly, I'm not trying to convince you. The NFC should be worried. The NFC should be worried. They should be worried. Jahan Dotson did what he did with terrible quarterback play. We talk all the time about Terry McLaurin is suffering in Washington. We talk all the time how Washington doesn't have an offensive line. We talk all the time about how Washington had no stability. They couldn't break their way out of a wet paper bag. And Jahan Dotson, again, for a first rounder, you look at his numbers and you say, oh, that's kind of underwhelming. But then you add the context to the situation, playing with Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel, how limited they were at the quarterback position and coaching. And he still put up 49 catches on 83 targets, 518 yards, averaged over 10 yards of reception and 4 touchdowns as the number 3 in Washington on a bad offense with no offensive line, no quarterback play. He still did that. So imagine you put him in the offense with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts, that offensive line. You mean to tell me Jahan Dotson can't benefit? You mean to tell me we can't maximize Jahan Dotson? You mean to tell me he's not going to be able to get open? You know how much space is going to be available to that brother? Jahan Dotson cooked us last year. I wish somebody would try to act dumb. I wish somebody would try to act different. He cooked us last year. Stop it. It takes so much pressure off of Smitty and AJ. And God forbid AJ or Devontae got hurt. And they had to miss a game or two. I feel okay with AJ Brown, Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley. Or Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley. I feel okay with that. I feel like I can survive 2 to 3 weeks without my guy. That's all I'm saying. Like, we got to be honest about this. He's way better than anything we had. He's better than anything we had in the building. It's an improvement. And you want me to get mad about a 3rd-round pick? Who the hell is that going to be? I don't know. Matter of fact, it's going to be a late 3rd round pick, borderline 4th, because we're going to win big. We're going to win a lot of football games. We're going deep into the playoffs. So that 3rd round pick is basically damn near a 4th round pick. You gave up 2 7s. How will you get that back? We ain't sweating that. We ain't sweating the small stuff. Hey, what the GM in LA said? He said, F them picks. You want me to trip about draft picks? Nah. I love this move. I love it. He should thrive with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, and Dallas Goedert. He should thrive with no issues. And again, Penn State guy from Newark, New Jersey. He coming back home, baby. He coming back to the side. He coming back. Like, we gotta keep it real, man. We gotta keep it real. I'm so excited about this move. Let me pull up some of his contract numbers or his contract information here. Let me pull up some of the contract information. Man, oh man. This is so dope. This is so fire to me. Drew Anderson. Oh my God. As Blunt says, the pickup by itself doesn't get us to the Super Bowl. It completes the entire offense. Yes, of course. Of course, you still gotta play the game. You don't win the Super Bowl in August. You win it in February. So yes, as Blunt, you're right, big dog. They gotta play the game still. But the offense is complete. The biggest weakness on the offense was wide receiver 3. And now it's not a weakness anymore. So you're right. At the end of the day, they still got to play the game. We still have our concerns. We still have our concerns about the defense, of course. But nobody can tell me this ain't the move. Nobody can convince me and say the Eagles aren't better today than they were yesterday. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody can tell me that. That's just my humble opinion. But I feel you, Us Blunt. It rounds out the offense. Absolutely. Keep the main thing, says Jahan. Big Pickens says, if you guys were arguing him as a number 1 or 2, then your argument would be valid. We taking roster building at wide receiver 3. Exactly. Oh, Big Pickens, you're so right. It's a wide receiver 3. And they want me to be mad. They wish. Eagles Realist says, you like him over Michi? Well, here's the thing about Michi. Or Mechie. Mechie had his own issues. Let me make sure I got this right here. Make sure I spell it right. So, Mechie, and sorry if you guys are hearing the grass guys cutting the grass. So, Mechie, you got to be honest. His rookie season, he couldn't come in because obviously he was fighting cancer and he beat it. He came back in 2023, played in 16 games. Couldn't really make a difference. Only put up 16 catches on 158 yards. So I'm going with the more proven product. I'm going with the player who has a little bit of a taller resume in Jahan Dotson. Michi, I liked him out of Alabama, but I think Jahan Dotson just gives you a little bit more to stand on. I think Jahan Dotson just gives you a little bit more. Donald Roan says we can now say, go ahead and blitz. We dare you. Facts. Roland says just got to stay healthy at this point. That's a fact. Dwight Jones says we have him for 2 more years in the 5th-year option. Exactly. You're so right. That's not getting talked about enough. You guys. You bringing him in while he's still on the rookie deal. 2 years left on the contract, so he's price locked, plus a 5th-year option if you want to pick it up. As Blunt says, the pickup by itself. Oh, yeah, I read that already. M. Reyes says, we were already going to win the Super Bowl this year. This just makes it more difficult for teams to match us on game day. It's a fact. It's a fact. Drew Anderson says, just watch Dotson's highlight reel from last year, and it featured our Eagles. CJ Davis says, the defense is still questionable to me, but I like the trade. I mean, yes. You got to pick. Listen, you guys, we understand the defense has its growing pains that it has to go through. We get that. But let's stay on task here. Let's stay in this moment, right? This is a strong move. And you acknowledge it, CJ. You like the trade. Strong move. Strong move on offense. RJ Fletcher, he says, and went to high school in the Allentown area, just like Saquon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Ski. Flexen said, you love the ball move too. I did, and I still do. I did, and I still do. Donna Roan says, like I said, the only teams that can compare are San Fran, if Ayuk stays, and maybe KC, but I will take the Eagles 3 over them with our O-line, Goddard, and Barkley. First of all, Kansas City doesn't have 3 wide receivers better than the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a fact. But they got Patrick Mahomes, so that's the tipping point right there. And then San Fran, they got Debo and Ayuk, and then after that, who? You know what I mean? Like, just saying. I mean, they do got that kid. They do got that guy that what's his name? I forget his name. He threw that touchdown to the wide receiver. The wide receiver threw the touchdown in the Super Bowl. I forget his name. He's okay. Elijah Earl says, I know we don't have enough data, but how many points are we averaging this year? 30. A 30 ball. A 30 ball. Dwight Jones says, who cares? Dotson is better than any Eagles wide receiver 3. Facts. Davon Tyree says, a super upgrade. That wide receiver 3 has always been a problem. Absolutely. Relative Time Work says, in terms of value, I think the trade is fair. I wonder if you're willing to trade a third. Is there a player on the other side of the ball that might contribute more to this season's success than a wide receiver 3? Well, you know, we talked about wide receiver 3 a lot all last year and the year before, and we always complained about it. So a wide receiver 3 definitely helps your offense, but you're probably thinking on the defensive side, right? That can contribute. So I'm not mad about what they gave up. I'm really not. The Eagles are trying to win the Super Bowl. They're not thinking about a 2025 draft pick. Do we know who our GM is? Howie Roseman is known for getting it done. We got to keep it real. But if you guys are just joining the live stream, we are discussing the Philadelphia Eagles trade for Jahan Dotson. The Eagles traded for Jahan Dotson. They receive Dotson in addition to a 2025 5th-round pick, and they give up to the Commanders a 2025 3rd-round pick and 2 7th-round picks. And think about this, right? We expect the Philadelphia Eagles to go deep into the playoffs. We expect them to win big, right? That 3rd-round pick is basically going to be a borderline 4th-round pick. I'm not tripping about that. I'm not upset about 2 7th-round picks. I'm not going to sit here and cry about that. The offense is complete. The offense is set. No excuses on that side of the ball. Jalen Hurts has everything that he needs. And I fully expect Jalen Hurts to take advantage of this opportunity he has. I fully expect Jalen Hurts to maximize this roster. If the Eagles don't win it all, this will be the biggest fumble in Eagles history. Yes, I'm putting that pressure on them. I'm talking crazy like that. If the Eagles don't win it all within the next 2 to 3 seasons, This would be the biggest fumble in Eagles history. It's the guy on his truth. Daniel Bigelow, welcome to the show, my man. He says, "What up, Tone? Dotson is good, bro. And he has 2 more years left on his rookie deal, plus the 5th-year option." Exactly. That's the most beautiful thing that's the most beautiful part about it. And that's probably why the Eagles had to give up a 3rd-round pick, because there was so much value in his contract. Jahan Dotson's that contract is chef's kiss. He's on the rookie deal. You just re-upped A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You don't got to worry about that man contract for the next 2 to 3 years. And that's if you pick up the 3rd-year option. Philly Eagle 56 says, "Seriously, if everyone is healthy across the landscape of the NFL, this is the Eagles Super Bowl 9 times out of 10. Yo, facts. Facts. Now, obviously, they got to put it together. They got to put it together at the end of the day. You know, the offense has to do their job, and the Eagles defense got to step up. All right, so let me bring up Dotson's let me bring up his information here. All right. Let me bring up the money. All right. So here's the details on Jahan Dotson financially. So Jahan Dotson is still on his rookie deal. He signed it in 2022. He signed a 4-year, $15 million contract with the Washington Commanders. Obviously, the entire 15-year contract is guaranteed with an average salary of $3.7 million. And listen to this. So the Commanders already used them up on the first 2 years, 2022 and 2023. The Philadelphia Eagles have Jahan Dotson locked up for 2024, 2025, and if they want to, they can pick up the 5th-year option in 2026. Are we serious right now? It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day for whoever thinks it's going to be sweet. It's going to be a long day for anybody that think this is sweet. I promise you that. I promise you that. I'm telling you, Dallas look crazy right now. The Giants look crazy right now. Washington, they trying to figure it out. But you still look crazy right now. I'm rocking and I'm rolling with my guys. I'll take my trio against any trio in the league. I'll do that. Matter of fact, let's go through it. Let's go through it. Let's really go through this. So, let's go team by team. Let's go team by team, okay? Let's go team by team, okay? So the Eagles wide receivers, their trio. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson. Okay, let's go team by team, okay? Let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals. At wide receiver, they got Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, Greg Dortch. And you're not running with us. Let's go to the Baltimore Ravens. Zay Flowers, Rashawn Bateman, Nelson Aguilar. And you're not running with us. Let's go to the Buffalo Bills. Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel. You're not running with us. Let's go to the Carolina Panthers. Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo, Xavier Legette. You're not running with us. Let's go to the Chicago Bears. Let's go to the Chicago Bears, who actually has a respectable wide receiver room. Let's go to the Chicago Bears. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Dunze. I like their wide receiver room, but I'm taking my guys over their guys. I'm taking my guys over their guys. I like the Bears wide receiver room. Don't get it twisted. But I like my guys more than their guys. Let's go to the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati. At wide receiver, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Oh, did y'all forget that they lost Tyler Boyd? Oh, I heard somebody in this live chat saying, oh, the Bengals wide receiver trio can rival the Philadelphia Eagles. Hold on. Pump the brakes. The Bengals don't have Tyler Boyd anymore. So therefore, it's just Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Let's keep it real. I'm taking the Eagles trio over the Bengals trio. Simple as that. I'm not worried about Andre Iosivas. Who the hell is that? Let's go to the Cleveland Browns. Their wide receiver room: Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore. I'll take my guys over their guys. I'll take my guys over theirs. Let's go to the Dallas Cowboys. This should be fun. And Kenny McDaniel, a disgruntled T. Higgins in Cincinnati. Good point by you. Let's go to the Cowboys now. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert. I like CeeDee Lamb. But I'm taking my guys over their guys every day of the week. Let's go to the Denver Broncos. This should be fun. I see Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, and Josh Reynolds. Sorry, I'm taking my guys over their guys. Let's keep going, y'all. We having fun. Let's keep it going. The Detroit Lions. At wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, baller, Jameson Williams, still proving it, Khalif Raymond. And I'm taking my guys over the Detroit Lions every day of the week. Let's go Green Bay Packers. Somebody brought them up earlier too. Christian Watson, nope. Romeo Doubs, nope. Jaden Reed, nope. I'm taking my guys over their guys every day of the week. Let's keep it going. Houston Texans. Some of y'all brought that up earlier too. Houston Texans, right? Stephon Diggs, I like him, but he's not better than A.J. Brown. Nico Collins, I like him, but he's not better than Devontae Smith. Tank Dell, I like him, but him and Jahan Dotson, it's debatable. Tank Dell had a very good rookie year. Put up good numbers as a number 3. Can't deny that. But I'm still taking my guys over their guys. What else? Let's keep going. Let's go to the Colts. They just gave Michael Pittman all that money. Let's go to the Colts. At wide receiver, they got Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, Adonai Mitchell, and I'm taking my guys. Let's keep going. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They don't have a bad room, but listen to this. Jacksonville Jaguars, Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, Brian Thomas Jr., and I'm taking my guys over their guys. Let's keep going. We're going team by team because I'm trying to prove a point here. Let's keep going. The Kansas City Chiefs. And we got over 200 people on the live stream, y'all. Please make sure y'all hitting that like button. We got over 200 people on the live stream. We've never done this before solo. I've done this before with guests. I've done this before with other people with collabs. I've never had over 200 people in a given live stream by myself. We rocking and we rolling. Make sure you smash that like button, people. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show, especially if you're new to the show, okay? I appreciate all newcomers. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the hate. I'm giving you guys that gas. I'm giving you guys that Hennessy. Straight no chaser. You dig me? Make sure you guys smash that like button. So let's keep going. The Kansas City Chiefs, Rashee Rice, Marquise Brown, Xavier Worthy. I'm not taking none of those guys over my guys. Let's keep it pushing. We doing this. We going team by team. I want people to know how serious this is. Let's go to the Raiders. Devontae Adams. Hey, Devontae Adams, him. Devontae Adams is him. So I'm not even going to play that game. Devontae Adams is him. But then Jacoby Myers, okay. Trey Tucker, I'm taking my guys over their guys every day of the week. Let's keep going. Let's go to the Chargers. The Chargers, oh my God. They got Joshua Palmer. They got Ladd McConkey. And they got DJ Chark Jr. And they got Quentin Johnson, who can't catch a football. I'm taking my guys. You tripping. The Chargers better go ahead. Let's go to the Rams. The Rams got a good 1-2 punch. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Demarcus Robinson. I'm still rolling with my guys. I'm still rolling with mine. Now let's go to the Miami Dolphins. This is where it gets interesting. So Miami has Tyreek Hill. Okay. Jalen Waddle. Okay. Odell Beckham Jr. All right. I like Odell, but Odell is a wide receiver 3 at best at this point in his career. He's starting the season on the PUP list on top of that. And last season, he put up similar numbers to Jahan Dotson. 565 yards receiving, 3 receiving touchdowns, 35 catches on 64 targets. Now, Odell Beckham at this point in his career, he's a name. But quite frankly, he's a wide receiver 3 at this point in his career. He's not a number 2. He's not a number 1 anymore. He's not. He's not a number 1 or a number 2 anymore. He's a number 3. And he can't stay healthy. So quite frankly, I'm taking the younger Jahan Dotson over Odell today. Today, I'm taking Jahan Dotson over Odell Beckham Jr. Today. I'm sorry. I'm doing today. Odell Beckham Jr. and Jahan Dotson put up the same numbers last season. Shout out to Shep with the $20 donation. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the love and the support. He says, our guys all day long over everybody else. It's Philly versus everybody, Shep. They don't understand it. They don't understand it. They don't understand it. So Miami, they have a good room. They have a strong room, actually. Their room is comparable, but I'm taking my guys over their guys. I like the variation of skill set. That's the one thing that don't get talked about enough, right? Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, they play the position the exact same way. Similar to, and you can add Odell Beckham into that category. They play the position the exact same way. But when you think about A.J. Brown and you couple that with Devontae Smith's skill set and then Jahan Dotson, you have this blend of unique skill sets that can give you so much variation on your offense. That's why I take the Eagles wide receiver room over everybody's, because they have so much variety, so much nuance to that wide receiver trio, so much nuance. And Cameron Holmes, you're right. As a number 3, OBJ is solid. But for context, he put up the same numbers as Jahan Dotson last year. The same numbers. So I'm not going to sit here and say today Odell Beckham is definitively better than Jahan Dotson today. I can't say that without a doubt. I can't. That's all. And again, you gotta add the contract element to it. So let's keep going. We did Miami's room. Now let's go to the Minnesota Vikings. Somebody brought them up earlier too. And Shep, thank you so much for the $20 donation, my man. I really do appreciate it. If anybody else wants to donate, you guys know what to do. That super chat button is right there. The super stickers, the super thanks, whatever you want to do. I appreciate y'all for locking in on the content. Goes a long way with me. Shep, thank you so much for your $20 super chat, my guy. Thank you. And we got Anthony Kroback, my guy. Make sure you guys go lock in on Anthony's podcast. He does a good job. He donated with the $4.99 super chat. He says the NFL is in trouble. This offense can get us to an NFC championship game alone. If that defense comes around, we might have to start fitting rings. Yo, I'm telling you, if the Eagles defense can just be top half of the league, which is basically 15th or better, or 16th. If the Eagles defense can be top half of the league, that's all you need. Just be serviceable, be decent, give us a B- performance. If the Eagles defense can just be solid, if they could just be solid, this Eagles team is going to be really hard to beat. If Quinyon Mitchell plays the game the way we expect, if Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter take the leap that we expect, if CJ Gardner-Johnson can bring that swagger like we expect, if we can get stable, and I'm just trying to be humble about it, if we can just get stable linebacker play, this team would be so freaking unbeatable. Just be stable on defense. Just be a little stable. That's all you got to do. Can you keep offenses from scoring 24 points? Can you keep offenses under 23 points a game? That's all you need. Just keep offenses under 20 plus points a game. Can you do that? Can you keep other offenses from putting up 24? That's all you need. That's all you need. Anthony, you're so right, man. You're so right. You're so right, my man. My man, Mac Fripp with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Anthony, for the super chat. I really do appreciate you, my dog. We got over 100 people. We got over 190 people on the live stream, man. We got people locked in on Twitch. We got people locked in on YouTube. Thank y'all so much for locking in. Please make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. Means the world to me. And I got to make sure I give my man Mac Fripp his wrench for donating to the channel, man. Thank you so much. So let me get to your super chat, my guy. All right. So Mac Fripp says the $1 million question: who's stopping his offense? Tell me who. Who can stop this offense consistently? Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown. I can just stop there. But no, I can't. Because you got Devontae Smith. You got Jahan Dotson. You got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, who's on a revenge tour. I'm telling you, they should be afraid. They should be very afraid. They should be very afraid. All right, let's see here. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. But Mac Fripp, you're so right, my man. You're so right. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. And I can't think of anybody who's stopping his offense. I really, really can't. Like I said, Jahan Dotson, you're not asking him to be a number 1 or number 2, right? You're asking him to be a number 3. And if you guys are just joining the live stream, here are the details. Here are the details to the deal. The Eagles agreed to terms on the trade with the Washington Commanders. The Eagles will receive or have received wide receiver Jahan Dotson and the 2025 5th-round pick. The Commanders will receive the Eagles' 2025 3rd-round pick and 2 7th-round picks from the same draft. So the Eagles basically gave up 3 draft picks, and they receive a player and a draft pick. I'm not mad at the move at all. Last season, through 17 games, Jahan Dotson put up 49 catches on 83 targets, 518 receiving yards, averaged over 10 yards of reception, and 4 touchdowns as the number 3 in Washington. On top of that, Dotson is a former first-round pick, 16th overall, and he has 2 years left. I repeat, Jahan Dotson has 2 years left on his current rookie deal. plus a fifth-year option. So in theory, the Philadelphia Eagles have Jahan Dotson's rights for 3 seasons. In theory. They already paid A.J. Brown. They already paid Devontae Smith. They paid Saquon Barkley. They're good. They're good. So I like Jahan Dotson in this situation. I really do. Pedro Smith, he says, Commanders created here. Shout out to Pedro for coming into enemy territory. Shout out to Pedro. He says he's super talented. He's a good route runner. Has some drop issues for a guy that's supposed to be elite hands. Well, you know what? You would know him better than I would, Pedro. So I'm definitely going to respect your take here. I'm not going to dismiss it whatsoever. I'm not going to dismiss the take. If he dealt with some drop issues over the course of his career with you guys, I have to take that into consideration. You've been covering your respected franchise. I have to take that into account. But like Pedro also said, even though he dealt with some drop issues, he's super talented and he's a really good route runner. So I appreciate Pedro for coming in. And also Pedro says he's a good yak guy, to be honest. So I got to give credit for Pedro for coming into enemy territory and setting the record straight. Thank you, Pedro Smith. I really do appreciate your time. I appreciate you finding my channel, my friend. I really, really do. And I appreciate you for adding context to this conversation that we're having here. Thank you. Pedro Smith said he was also used very well in the red zone. And that's another thing, Pedro, that I saw a lot from him when I watched some of your games last year. He did very well in red zone situations. So thank you again, Pedro. I mean that humbly and gracefully. Thank you. Even though, we're rivals here, you're the opposition, I always appreciate people coming in and giving honest information in good faith. So thank you, Pedro. But yeah, Jahan Dotson, 24 years old. He's only 24 years old. Whatever issues he has, he can work that out, working with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. You see, when you're surrounded by greatness, it has no choice but to rub off on you. When you're surrounded by a guy like A.J. Brown who catches everything his way, when you're surrounded by Devontae Smith who catches everything that comes his way, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, when you have that kind of talent around you, you have no choice but to elevate your game. You understand the assignment. Do you have any idea how much it revitalizes a player to be in a winning situation? Just think about your own personal life. Can you imagine being surrounded by mediocrity, and then the moment you get surrounded by some like-minded individuals, the moment you get surrounded by people who really want to move in the direction you're moving in, when you get around people who believe in you, that elevates your game to a level that's unseen, unheard. I think Jahan Dotson is going to benefit tremendously from being in the Philadelphia Eagles offense with all these guys around him. He's surrounded by greatness. He's surrounded by Pro Bowlers, all pros, a top 5 offensive line, a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, a top 2, a top 3 wide receiver, and he's not 3, and he's not 2. Surrounded by a top 15, arguably top 12 wide receiver in the league in Devontae Smith. He's, in my opinion, Devontae Smith is a top 2, top 3, number 2 in the league. And he's not 3. So I'm just trying to add context to this conversation we're having. Jahan Dotson is going to elevate his game being with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Pedro Smith gave more context. He even said Eric Bieniemy was not amazing for Jahan Dotson and Terry last year. Jahan had a great year in 2022 in 12 games. Very good point by you, right? Very good point. He was more healthy He was more healthy in 2023 than he was in 2022. But if you look at his numbers here, let's bring it up to the screen. If you look at his numbers here through, especially from his rookie year, he was on the tear. I think he was on pace for like 1,000 yards. Let's bring it up. So these are Jahan Dotson's numbers from his first 2 seasons. Look at this. So this is Jahan Dotson over the first 2 years. Through the first 12 games of his career, he had 523 yards with 7 touchdowns. And then he got a new offensive coordinator in 2023. 518 yards through 17 games, 4 touchdowns. His yards per reception went down. I don't know what was going on in that offense. I don't know what Eric Bieniemy was trying to do. But the fact of the matter is, he was more productive in 2022 than he was in 2023. As far as his pace goes. As far as his pace. Benjamin Moore with the $2 in super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. He says, Tone, I'm loving this pickup. Quarterback 1, 5,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, MVP. Hey, put that in the zeitgeist. Put it out there into the universe. Put it into the ether, big dog. I like your energy. I like it. And he's had terrible, inconsistent, unstable quarterback play, offensive coordinator production. I like Eric Bieniemy. But based off of what Pedro is saying here, who covers the Commanders, he's saying Eric Bieniemy was not good for Terry McLaurin. He was not good for Jahan Dotson. Kellen Moore is going to have a field day. And we talked about how what's the long-term plan at wide receiver 3, right? Are we comfortable going into the season with Britton Covey? Me personally, I wanted them to give Britton Covey a shot, but I also said to you guys, don't be surprised if they make a move. And this is what you call all in. Like my man Flying High says, all in. And Benjamin Moore, thank you so much for your $2 super chat, my man. Like you said, the quarterback QB1 Jalen Hurts is going to have a year. Going to have a year. And they can't stand it. I'm so happy about this move. So happy about it. Mingo says, yeah, we need the defense more than anything this year. Facts. The defense got to do something this year. They got to. They got to. Relative Time Work says wise guys out there should be jumping on the under for Saquon's rushing totals with the addition of Dotson. Yeah, and I think Saquon's going to have over 1,000 yards rushing. I definitely believe that. But it definitely changes his pass numbers for sure. He's going to have, I'll put it to you this way. Saquon is definitely going to have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. Saquon's going to have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. The Fandalorian says getting Dotson for $4+ million for 2 years, plus an option year. Exactly, Fandalorian. Exactly. Big Pickens says the wide receiver's going to line up all over now. We can really take advantage. You're right, Big Pickens. We can take advantage of a lot of DB rooms. John Dunham says, so Saquon was on the Giants. Dotson was on the Commanders. They both went to Penn State. Now I'm bringing Micah Parsons, who also went to Penn State. John Dunham, I like that mindset. I like your mindset, big dog. I like that. I like it, man. Look, man, the Giants, we'll take Saquon from you. Don't worry about that. Oh, Washington, you don't want Jahan Dotson? We'll take that. The Penn State fellas, we'll bring them home. Don't worry about that. We'll bring them back to where they belong. And then Micah Parsons, who knows, man? Who freaking knows? Who knows, man? That'd be crazy. Benjamin Moore says, if the defense is top 10, it's a done deal. S. Blunt says, if healthy, easily, because you can't stack the line to stop the run game. There should be tons of space. Absolutely. I wish they would try to blitz Jalen Hurts. I wish they would. Rufus Wallace says, rubbing my hands saying, yes, yes, yes. Can't say ish about the production of the offense this year. We can. Kellen Moore has all the tools. Jalen Hurts has all the tools. Nick Sirianni got all the tools. They got everything they need. They got it. And then Jahan Dotson's going to get with – this is another angle that we don't talk about enough, right? We don't talk about this enough. We don't give our wide receiver coach Aaron Moorhead enough credit. Aaron Moorhead has survived the Doug Peterson regime, and he's currently in the Nick Sirianni regime. Remember, Aaron Moorhead was a Doug Peterson hire. Remember that. Aaron Moorhead was a Doug Peterson hire. And the Eagles liked him so much, they decided to keep him on staff through the Nick Sirianni regime. And he's been able to maximize A.J. Brown to get the most out of him. He's been able to get the most out of Devontae Smith. You bring in Jahan Dotson, working with Aaron Moorhead, one of the best wide receiver coaches in the league. Yes, we don't talk about Aaron Moorhead like that, do we? We don't. Nobody talk about him like that. But Aaron Moorhead, you got to give him respect and credit for being one of the top wide receiver coaches in the league. You got to. Because A.J. Brown, he's having career numbers under Aaron Moorhead, under Jalen Hurts. Devontae Smith gets better every single year under Aaron Moorhead. You got to give credit where credit is due. Fanny Eagles fan girl says, our wide receivers are really going to be breaking ankles. Big facts. Rex Siang says, I like the trade for Jahan. I love it. I love it too, my man. Keep the main thing says, Tone, thank you for this update. We need more analysis like you on YouTube. Stay blessed, bro. Go Birds. Hey, man, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Eric Stewart says, where are the Dallas Cowboys content creators at now? They were on here bragging about getting our leftovers in Linval Joseph. And remind you, we had Linval Joseph 2 years ago. I don't know what Linval Joseph has left. I really don't. Benjamin Moore says Saquon will have 2,000 from scrimmage this year, 150 yards rushing game one. Man, I don't know about 2,000 anymore because of all this talent, but he's definitely going to have, in my opinion, over 1,500 yards from scrimmage. I think he'll have over 1,400 yards from scrimmage. Like, this changes the game. Adding Jahan Dotson changes the game. Oh man, we got over 190 people in here. You guys, nearly 200 people. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys keep hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, especially if you're new. I appreciate newcomers. I appreciate new people that found the channel. It means a lot to me. You guys are a part of this community we're building here, and I don't take it for granted. You know, we recently passed over 5,000 subscribers, and we're still going up each and every day. The views are going up. You guys have been awesome. And you guys make this worthwhile. This is what I look forward to, you guys. The moment I seen this news come across the wire, the moment I seen this stuff come across, I lost my mind, and I couldn't wait to talk to y'all about this. Master Avenger with the $9.99 super chat. He says, boy, I'm happier than... Oh, my God. Master Avenger, you know what? You paid for it. So I'm going to read it. He says, boy, I'm happier than Diddy in Boy Town. LOL. Let's go Birds. Man, this is crazy. Who can keep up, bro? Seriously. This will be basketball on turf. Spread the field and pick your poison, gang. I love it. I love it, Master Avenger. I don't know about that Diddy joke, but other than that, man, I feel you. And I'm grateful to you, my man. Thank you for donating $9.99 to the gang, man. Really means a lot to you, my guy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Anthony Krobeck says, spread the field, no Diddy. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Cody said, yo, this is big. And again, Master Venture, thank you so much for your $9.99 super chat, my guy. Thank you. Thank you, my guy. You crazy for this. You crazy as hell. Big Chris says, my only concern now is health and defense. I can understand that. Listen to this, though, right? God forbid, A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith go down. If Devontae Smith goes down, you still got A.J. Brown Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley. Not bad. If A.J. Brown goes down, you still have Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, and Saquon Barkley. That's not bad, especially if you only needed to get through a couple games. You feel what I'm saying? That's not bad at all. Rufus says, Tone, this year going to be good. Wait till they start to gel. Dr. Strange worked it so the receiver core going to, so nice working the time of a quarterback one. A treat for at least 3 years. Facts. That's a good point. We're going to see this. We're going to see this trio together for at least the next 2 to 3 years. Eric Stewart says Barkley rushing for 1,500 yards, receiving yards between 500 and 600. A trip to the Pro Bowl and the Super Bowl. I think Barkley's receiving numbers may drop because of the addition of Jahan Dotson. But I like the way y'all thinking, though. Cody said, hey, Tone, this is big. Facts. Tone Chosen says, oh, my God. Donald Roan says, I have a thought. Jalen in the pistol. Saquon to his right. AJ and Covey to his right. Dotson and Smith to his left. Smith goes into motion. Donald, you cooking with gas. Flying High says they will take advantage of the matchups. Absolutely. As Blunt says, I don't think they keep Campbell or Ross. I do think they keep Smith as wide receiver 6. I think they will too. I think they're going to let Campbell. I think Paris Campbell's gone. I think John Ross is gone. They're definitely going to keep their rookies. They're going to keep Johnny Wilson. They're going to keep Anaya Smith. And obviously, Brenton Covey's making the roster. So I think we know exactly who the 6 wide receivers are. We know exactly who the 6 wide receivers are. Eagles Fanny says, I hope it doesn't limit the touches for Goddard because he's a strong player. Well, listen, at the end of the day, if you open, you open. Jalen Hurts is going to find you. If you open, you open. He will find you. It's as simple as that. That's as simple as that. Let's keep this vibe going. If you guys are just joining the live stream, thank you so much for being here. We are discussing the recent move by the Philadelphia Eagles to trade for Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson, former wide receiver for the Washington Commanders. He now joins a wide receiver room with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Brenton Covey, Johnny Wilson, and Anaya Smith. On top of that, On top of that, the Eagles received a 2025 fifth-round pick with Jahan Dotson, and the Commanders received a 2025 third-round pick and 2 seventh-round picks from the Philadelphia Eagles. If you're just joining the live stream, we're discussing this move. And just to add more context, last season, Jahan Dotson, through 17 games, put up 49 catches on 83 targets, 518 yards, averaged over 10 yards of reception, and 4 touchdowns as the number 3 receiver in Washington. And then in his rookie year, through 12 games played, he put up 35 catches on 61 targets, 523 receiving yards, averaged almost 15 yards of reception, and 7 touchdowns. So he knows how to get open. He knows how to get yak, and he moves the chains. I love this move. And also, we're going to go back to comparing wide receiver rooms. I'm not finished. We left off with the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm going to read them next. So make sure you guys stay tuned because I got people in here talking about, the Cincinnati Bengals or the Miami Dolphins or the Vikings or whoever the hell you want to bring. The Houston Texans, right? You know, all those, the Bears. Okay. All right. The Lions. Okay. We're going to get to this. We've already ran through most of the NFL. We've made it down to the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to talk about that. But like I said, Jahan Dotson, a productive player, former first-round pick, was drafted 16th overall in the 2022 draft. He currently has 2 years left on his rookie deal, plus a 5th-year option if the Philadelphia Eagles decide to pick it up. That means he has 3 years left on his rookie contract. 2 years if they don't pick up the 5th-year option. Jahan Dotson, 24 years old, 5'11", 182 pounds, has a 36-inch vertical and ran a 4.43 40-yard dash time at the combine. He has the ability to bring a lot of speed to the slot, has the ability to take the top off of a defense and can actually catch the ball. On top of that, if you look at his film, he's fearless. Has the ability to high point the football and catch it in traffic. Knows how to make people miss after the catch, and he can bring down the tough ones on top of that. Now, again, you look at his numbers and you say to yourself, "Damn, for a first-round pick, not really exciting." But just to add context, he was playing with Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel, and he had instability at the offensive coordinator position, and he had instability at the quarterback position. And the offensive line was awful. So you add all that into consideration, plus he's a Penn State guy, and you put him in the room with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. Come on now. Jahan Dotson should win. Jahan Dotson should be a force. There's going to be so much space. So much space. So let's continue with the wide receiver room comparisons, right? Because I feel the Philadelphia Eagles have the best wide receiver trio in the NFL. That's how I feel about that. That's my thought process. So let's pick up where we left off. We left off with the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings have Justin Jefferson. Of course, he is who he is. We know that. Jordan Addison. He's good, but he's not better than Devontae Smith. And Jalen Naylor. I don't know who that is. So was he drafted or something like that? Okay, he was drafted. He was drafted in the 22 draft. Six round pick. Come on, man. I'm not sweating this guy. I'm not sweating this guy at all. The Eagles. I'm taking. If you think the Texans is better, y'all smoking crack. Stephon Diggs is not better than A.J. Brown. And I'm a Stephon Diggs fan. He's not better than A.J. Brown. Nico Collins is not better than Devontae Smith. That ends the argument right there, James. That ends the argument right there. So let's keep going. Let's go to we did the Dolphins. Let's go to the New England Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, nope. Demario Douglas, nope. Jalen Polk, nope. Let's move on. I'm not even going to waste our time with that. The New Orleans Saints, let's go there. The New Orleans Saints, Chris Olave, good, but not better than A.J. Brown. Rashid Shaheed, good, okay, but not better than Devontae Smith. A.T. Perry, come on, man. This guy was drafted in the 2023 draft class. Hasn't done anything. Not worried about this. Let's keep it pushing. Let's go to the New York Giants. Let's go to the New York Giants. I've been through Detroit, and Detroit's room is not better than ours. We're talking about the trio. We're talking about the trio. I'm not delusional. I'm come on now. Come on. Really? I'm okay. I know I'm an Eagles fan, but we got to be honest about this. Stephon Diggs is not better than A.J. Brown. He's not. Nico Collins is not better than Devontae Smith. He's not. Nico Collins just came on the scene. Devontae Smith been doing this. Come on. And then Tank Dell had a strong rookie season. But I can't say definitively he's better than Jahan Dotson. He had 1 year. I can't say he's definitively better than Jahan Dotson. I can't say that. I like Tank Dell. I like him a lot. I like Nico Collins. I like him a lot. I'm a Stephon Diggs guy. So I hate that I even got to go here. But player for player, no one's taking Stephon Diggs over A.J. Brown. No one's taking Nico Collins over Devontae Smith. You may have an argument with Tank Dell. You may. You just may. But I'm still not jacking it. Like, come on. We got to keep it funky. We got to keep it real. So let's go to the Giants. Malik Neighbors. I like him, but he's not better than nobody on the Eagles. Wan'Dale Robinson. Darius Slayton. Let's move on. Who the next squad that we're going to embarrass? Let's go to the New York Jets. Let's go there. The New York Jets. Garrett Wilson. He's good, but not better than A.J. Brown. Mike Williams. He's good, but not better than Devontae Smith. Xavier Gibson. Okay. Alan Lazard. I'm not scared. I'm taking my guys over that. Let's keep it pushing, y'all. Let's go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go there. Let's go there. George Pickens. I like him, but he's not better than A.J. Brown. Van Jefferson. He's okay. Not better than Devontae Smith. Calvin Austin III or Quez Watkins. Please, I'm not paying that no mind. Let's go to the next team. Who we embarrassing next? Let's go to San Fran. Now, this is the one y'all need to be talking about. San Fran, Deebo Samuel. I'm taking A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown's a better wide receiver than Deebo. Deebo can do. He's a utility guy. You can use him in jet sweeps in a run game, all that kind of stuff. And he's a good receiver. But A.J. Brown is a great wide receiver. A.J. Brown has better hands. He's a better route runner. Just simple as that. So I'm taking A.J. Brown over Deebo Samuel. Brandon Ayuk, really, really, really good wide receiver. Really, really good wide receiver. Will potentially be a $30 million guy. But I'm taking Devontae Smith. That's my preference. That's my preference. Even though Brandon Ayuk, legitimate. Brandon Ayuk is legitimate. He's legitimate. He knows what he's doing out there. So, as a matter of fact, Deebo Samuel is not even a better. Listen, it's a hot take, y'all. Hey, S. Blunt, I'm glad you said this. I got a hot take for y'all. Deebo Samuel is not a better wide receiver. And listen to what I said. Deebo Samuel is not a better wide receiver than Devontae Smith. I said it. Deebo Samuel is not a better wide receiver than Devontae Smith. That's how I feel. Oh, don't worry. James, don't worry. We getting to Seattle. Don't worry. And we're going to win that one too. We getting to Seattle. Don't worry. Oh, by the way, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings. I'm taking the Eagles. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go to the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Seattle, I like their wide receiver room, but here's the reality. DK Metcalf. I like DK Metcalf, but DK is not better than A.J. Brown. He's not. A.J. Brown is a better wide receiver, a better route runner. Period. And a better teammate. So I'm taking A.J. Brown over DK. Tyler Lockett. Now, remember, Tyler Lockett, 31 years old, coming off of a season where he has 79 catches, 894 yards, and 5 touchdowns. I'm taking Devontae Smith. I'm taking Devontae Smith over Tyler Lockett. And Tyler Lockett is a very good wide receiver. A very, very good wide receiver. And Seattle also has Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, Jackson Smith-Njigba, his rookie year, he had 63 catches through 93 targets, 628 yards, averaged 10 yards of reception, 4 touchdowns. I'm sorry, that's not definitively better than Jahan Dotson. Like, we got to keep it real. This is beyond me being a supporter of the Eagles. I'm being unbiased. I would tell somebody if I disagree, if I was wrong or whatever it may be. Anybody that watched my show knows that I keep it real. I keep it very real, very real. But Jackson Smith-Njigba, I like the player, but can you say definitively he's better than Jahan Dotson? Can you say that without a lie, or just with the complete conviction? You can't. You can't. And to your point, James, I would not say that Saquon Barkley is better than CMC right now, because CMC is coming off of a crazy season. Wasn't he like the offensive player of the year or something like that? So I can't say Saquon is better than CMC, knowing that CMC came off of that year. I can't do that. I love Saquon, but I can't say Saquon is better than CMC. Right? I can't say that. I can't go that far. But he's damn close. He's close. As far as like the skill set, what they bring to the table in the running game and the passing game. James Harris says, would you say Lamb is better than AJ? Fuck no. No, you ain't getting that one off. Hell no. You ain't getting that one off. I gave you CMC. You can't tell me CeeDee Lamb better than AJ Brown. Can't tell me that. Can't convince me of that. All right, let's keep it going, y'all. So we did Seattle. Let's go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who doesn't get talked about for their wide receiver room, by the way. The Buccaneers got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Jalen McMillan. Now, Mike Evans versus A.J. Brown today, I would take A.J. Brown because he's younger. I would take A.J. Brown over Mike Evans today. Even though Mike Evans has been a perennial 1,000-yard receiver every single year of his career. Every single year. And he's a touchdown machine. So I'm taking A.J. Brown over Mike Evans today because he's younger. He's younger. Chris Godwin, very good wide receiver, has 1,000-yard seasons under his belt. I think Devontae Smith and Chris Godwin, their numbers are comparable. Their numbers are comparable. I'm not going to sit here and disrespect Chris Godwin. I'm not going to disrespect Chris Godwin. He can ball. And then wide receiver 3, they got this guy named Jalen McMillan, and that's where they lose me. So, and he's a rookie. So I'm taking the Eagles trio over the Buccaneers trio. Even though they got Mike Evans, even though they got Chris Godwin, I'm taking A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson over Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Jalen McMillan. I'm rolling the dice on that. Shep with the $5 donation. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. He says, like I said, Tone, our guys over all of them. Fly Eagles fly. Facts. Welcome to the show, Jennifer Wood. Thank you. Welcome to the show. So, look, hey, Fanny, you can see, like, when Mike Evans' name came up, I got a little docile. When Mike Evans and Chris Godwin came up, I got a little docile. You feel what I'm saying? It's close. But Jahan Dotson is better than that guy they got at the number 3 spot. James Harris says, and thank you again, Shep, with the $5 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. James says, let me guess, Hurts better than Mahomes, right? Hell no. Come on, man. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. James Hurt also says, if you say Jackson Smith-Njigba isn't better than Dotson, all-time bias. I didn't say he was better, but I didn't say he was worse. I said no one in here can definitively say Jackson Smith-Njigba is better than Jahan Dotson. You cannot definitively say that. Jahan Dotson, Jackson Smith-Njigba has given you one season with about 600 receiving yards, almost 700 receiving yards. With what, 5 touchdowns, I think? Or 4 touchdowns? Make sure I got that right here. Yeah. Jackson Smith-Njigba is coming off a season where he put up 63 catches, 628 yards, averaged 10 yards of reception and 4 touchdowns. Jahan Dotson is coming off of a season where he put up 49 catches, 518 yards, averaged almost 11 yards of reception and 4 touchdowns. I can't say definitively that Jackson Smith-Njigba is better than Jahan Dotson. And I think I'm being fair. Fanny said, Mike Evans, nothing to play with. I know. Donald Rome says, Eagles over Bucks is a push. It's close. Yeah, I agree. Pete Samuel says, what about the Lions, Tone? I still like the Eagles. This is what I'll do. I did the Lions already, but I'll go around again, okay? I'll go around again. DeWan Jones says, Dotson better than regular and Watkins any day of the week. James Hurst says, if both on the market, who you signing? Both of them. The hell? What you mean? Both of them. What you talking about? They're young. I'll take both of them. I'll take either one. It don't make a difference. I'll take either one. I feel like I'm being fair. And Dotson has had no quarterback play for his first 2 years. At the very least, Jackson Smith had Geno Smith. At least Jackson Smith-Njigba had Geno Smith. Jahan Dotson had to deal with Sam Howell, had to deal with Carson Wentz, Tyler Heineke. Come on, man. Young says, peace, Tone, peace, chat. All right, my guy, appreciate you for being here. As Blunt says, who was throwing the Dotson? Absolutely. That's how I feel. Fanny says, to be honest, Puka Nacua and Amon-Ra give me chills. They should. Amon-Ra St. Brown is legit. And Puka Nacua, I need to see him do it again. I like what he did, but I need to see him do it again. That's all. I think that's reasonable. I like Puka Nacua, but I need to see him do it again. That's all. Eric Stewart says, they kind of similar to me, Tone. Yeah. Pete Samuel says, thank you, sir. Great show. I got you, Pete. I'm gonna go around and revisit the Lions. Trey 979 says, I need Louis T to unblock me ASAP. He probably punching the air right now. Donald Rome says, Jackson Smith-Njigba had a better quarterback, better coaching, a better offensive line. That is a push over Dotson. Yeah, it's not automatic. James Harris says, I'll tell you this. My opinion is Tolbert will have more yards than Dotson. Book it. Well, especially if y'all trade CeeDee Lamb, you better believe Tolbert gonna have more yards than Dotson. And also in your offense, Jalen Tolbert is what, the number 2? The number 2, maybe? Oh no, y'all still got Brandon Cooks. But if y'all lose CeeDee Lamb, he better have more yards than Dotson. He better. Hold on, time's out. Hold on. You said Tolbert. Let me look up what Tolbert has done. Hold on. You ain't about to get me. Let me look up what Tolbert has done in this league. Talking about some damn Tolbert. Let me see what he's done. Yo, don't talk to me. Hold on, time's up. Larry Love, thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna get right back to you, dog. I'm gonna get right back to you. Don't talk to me about somebody named Jalen Tolbert who hasn't even put up freaking 30 catches in the NFL. Don't talk to me about Jalen Tolbert, okay? Please. Jalen Tolbert wish he had the production of Jahan Dotson. Please, don't bring up Jalen Tolbert. Don't do that. Do not do that. Please. Jalen Tolbert. Hey, y'all, let's look at Jalen Tolbert numbers. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens when people get too excited. Look at this. Look at Jalen Tolbert's numbers, y'all. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Jalen Tolbert. Look at these numbers. Hey, by the way, didn't Jalen Tolbert and Jahan Dotson get drafted in the same draft class? Why are you making me do this? Why are you making me do this? Why are you making me do this? No, James, I'll pull up anybody's numbers. I will pull up anybody's numbers. Come on, James. I will pull up anybody's numbers you want if it makes you feel better. If it makes you feel better. Like, come on. Don't talk to me about Jahan Dotson or Jalen Tolbert. Excuse me. Don't talk to me about Jalen Tolbert. Come on, man. You got me talking about this brother. I barely know who he is. You got me disrespecting this man. You got me disrespecting this man. Matter of fact, I think the boy Turpin y'all got on your team better than him. What's the dude name? Turpin? Who's the returner y'all got? Is his name Turpin? I think Kevontae Turpin is better than that dude. Come on. Stop it. Stop. Kevontae Turpin is over Jalen Tolbert. Missing me with that. But anyway, I'm going to keep going through this list, though. So, Tennessee. Let's go through Tennessee's wide receiver trio. Tennessee. Now, we'll give Tennessee credit. Tennessee definitely upped the ante. And they gave Will Levis a good group of guys to work with. Tennessee has Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, and Tyler Boyd. That's a pretty strong wide receiver room. Now, DeAndre Hopkins, he's up there. So can he stay healthy all year? That's a question. That's a real question. That's a real question. But anyway, let's go player for player. A.J. Brown versus Calvin Ridley. I'm taking A.J. Brown. DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Smith today. Now, DeAndre Hopkins coming off of a season, 1,000 yards, 75 catches, 7 touchdowns. Sounds like the Devontae Smith season to me. And DeAndre Hopkins is 32. At this point in his career, he really can't stay healthy. I'll take that back. He played in all 17 games last year. I'll take that back. That was the year. That was his time with the Cardinals. He played all 17 games last year. I'll take that back. Sorry about that. But DeAndre Hopkins had a strong year. Had a very strong year. Solid year, for sure. His year is very similar to Devontae Smith's. So I have a ton of respect for the Tennessee Titans wide receiver room. A ton of respect for it. and then you throw in Tyler Boyd at the number 3. That's a strong room. That's a strong room, but I'm taking the Eagles still. That's a strong room, but I'm taking the Eagles. Let's keep it going. Okay. And the Washington Commanders. Oh, we already know what that is. Terry McLaurin, Diami Brown, Luke McCaffrey. I'm taking the Eagles all day. So let's go back. Let's go back to the top. Let's go back to the top. So the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, Greg Dortch. I'm taking the Eagles. The Atlanta Falcons, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod. I'm taking the Eagles. The Baltimore Ravens, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Nelson Aguilar. I'm taking the Eagles. The Buffalo Bills, Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel. I'm taking the Eagles. The Carolina Panthers, Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, Jonathan Mingo, Xavier Legette. I'm taking the Eagles. The Chicago Bears, I like their wide receiver room a lot. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze. I'm still taking the Eagles. And maybe that's when my bias comes in. Cincinnati Bengals, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Andre Iosivas. I'm taking the Eagles. The Cleveland Browns, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore. I'm taking the Eagles. The Dallas Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, great wide receiver. Brandon Cooks, good wide receiver. Jalen Tolbert, who? I'm taking the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles. And let me get back to my man Larry Super Chat real quick. Sorry, Larry, I almost forgot about it. Larry donated $4.99 earlier. He says, I will keep it a mega bean. Brandon Ayuk over Smith, but only by a yard. I'm not mad at that. Listen, I'm not going to argue with somebody that takes Ayuk over Devontae Smith. I'm not going to argue with him. In my opinion, you can't go wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if Brandon Ayuk and Devontae Smith on the draft board, I mean, whoever you pick, I pick who's next. You know what I'm saying? That's my mindset over that, Larry. I'm not mad at somebody if they pick Brandon Ayuk over Devontae Smith. I'm not going to argue you down. If Devontae Smith, if I'm on the draft board and Devontae Smith and Brandon Ayuk are right there, listen, you pick whoever you want and I'll take whoever left. So you can't go wrong with that. Thank you again for donating $4.99, Larry. It means a lot. And let's go to Larry's second super chat. Let me give Larry his wrench, by the way. Thank you, Larry. I really appreciate you locking in with the content and investing as well. Let's keep this thing going here. We've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. Let's keep the energy up. So, where was I? Larry Love with the $4.99 super chat. He says, I'll make this easy. There is only 3, maybe 4 receivers you can take over AJ, but only 3 is a conversation. Lamb, Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Tyreek. I'm not taking Lamb over AJ Brown. I'm just not. AJ Brown's style, he's more physical. Like, just AJ Brown, I don't know. I just like AJ Brown's profile more than CeeDee Lamb. But CeeDee Lamb is legit. He's legit. He's legit. Don't get it twisted now. He's legitimate. Justin Jefferson, obviously legit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, legit. Tyreek Hill, legit. Listen, you guys. When you start getting into the top 5, when you start getting into that area, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm on the draft board and AJ Brown is on the board, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Tyreek Hill's on the board, listen, pick who you want. I'll take who's left. Pick who you want. I'll take who's left. I'll take who's left. You see what I'm trying to say here? Like, when you start getting into this category of wide receiver, it comes down to preference at this point. Like, seriously. When you get to this upper echelon of wide receiver, it's not about talent anymore. It's about preference. When you get to the upper echelon of quarterbacks, it's not about talent anymore. It's about preference. When you get to the upper echelon of edge rushers, it's not about talent. It's about preference. When you get to the upper echelon of any position, it's not about talent. It's about preference. And quite frankly, I prefer AJ Brown over all these guys. But that's just me. That's just me. And I can do that. Larry, thank you so much for donating 2 times to Chalk It Up Sports. It means a lot. Means a lot to me. Jay Brown is hilarious. S. Blunt says, and thank you again, Larry. S. Blunt says, Ayuk is really their number 1, and Debo is their number 2. Okay, so to that logic, S. Blunt, right? To that logic, I'm taking AJ Brown over Brandon Ayuk, and I'm taking Devontae Smith over Debo Samuel, because I believe Devontae Smith is a better wide receiver than Debo Samuel. Larry Love says, personally, the only receiver I take over AJ is a healthy Cooper Kupp. Outside of that, ain't nobody messing with AJ, but I'm a born Philadelphian. I'm not taking Cooper Kupp over AJ Brown. I'm sorry. Cooper Kupp need to stay healthy first. Donald Roan says Debo is a better running back. Oh, man. Sorry about that, you guys. Sorry about that. But anyway, the Eagles. Oh, let's keep this thing going. My bad, y'all. My bad. So I did Dallas. Let's go to Detroit now. Detroit. Now the Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't know if I take him over AJ Brown definitively. I don't know if I do. Jameson Williams. I don't take him over Devontae Smith. Not right now. Let me see. Jameson Williams. Come on, man. Jameson Williams' stats don't even compare. So the Eagles, I'm taking the Eagles wide receiver room over the Detroit Lions by a mile. Let's see. Denver Broncos. Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Josh Reynolds. I'm taking the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles. Look, man, like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles made a hell of a move bringing in Jahan Dotson, right? That move is really, 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 really good for this team. It really, really fills out. It fills out the offense perfectly. We talked about this for the past few years that the wide receiver 3 position has been compromised. We had to deal with Quez Watkins. We had guys like Zach Pascal and Olamide Zaccheaus, right? And Zach Pascal and Olamide Zaccheaus, I feel like they did their jobs. They fulfilled their role to the best of their ability, right? But Jahan Dotson, younger, 24 years old, has tremendous upside. Going to be motivated because he got traded within the division. He's going to be playing with guys like AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts. He plays for a contender now. That you cannot underestimate what that does to a player's performance. You cannot underestimate what that does. And on top of that, there's a clear pecking order when it comes to the wide receiver room. AJ Brown 1, Devontae Smith 2, Jahan Dotson 3. Very clear cut. Nobody gets confused. The money lines up, the play lines up, the talent lines up. Larry Love says, Tone, if you add the tight end as a part of the receiver core, no team comes close. We had the best line plus receivers in the world, Craig. Hey, listen, man, that's a good point by you, man. You add in the tight end, don't get me started. You add in the running back, don't get me started. Larry, they thought it was a game. They thought it was a game. Thank you again for the donation, Larry Love. Means a lot to me, big dog. Thank you. Eric Stewart says, please don't ever bring Sanders or Watkins back here. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off that. I don't need Miles Sanders back here. Jay Brown asks, what do I think about Miles Sanders rejoining? I'm good. I like Will Shipley. I like Kenny Gainwell in their situations. Now, Kenny Gainwell obviously has to prove it. Eagles Realist says over the Browns, Tone. What do you mean over Browns? What, the wide receiver room? The Browns wide receiver room don't compare to us. Stop it. Come on, man. The Browns wide receiver room doesn't compare to us. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. Fanny says, Gainwell can't carry my groceries. Oh, my God. Hey, listen, I heard Kenny Gainwell is having an amazing offseason. Everybody's saying he looks more explosive. He looks powerful. He looked like he's been hitting the weight room. Everybody's been saying, listen, I hope Kenny Gainwell takes it up a notch. I really do. Eagles Realist. My bad, man. I didn't mean to go off on you like that, big dog. I didn't mean to go off on you. It's just that when I saw the Browns, I'm like, what? I like Amari Cooper, but what? And then, I like Elijah Moore, but what? And then Jerry Jeudy, what? Oh, man. Jay Brown says, what about bringing Jalen Mills back? Hey, what's GJ say? We good. It's time for the young boys to cook. You heard what GJ tweeted, right? Or you saw what he tweeted? He said, hey, no disrespect, but we good over here. It's time for the young boys to cook. So Jay Brown, does that answer your question? Philly for Life says Gainwell is all right, y'all. Larry Love says, I would love Miles back, but that's a high price tag. It don't make logic. But I love to see him and Barkley back to their Penn State vibes. Jay Brown says, but Mills and CJ would bring so much swag, though. No, I feel you. Jalen Mills brings that. He bring that energy. You feel what I'm saying? So I completely feel. I understand what you're trying to get at, bro. I understand, but I'm not taking Mills back. I'm cool. It's time for these young boys to cook. But I like the Green Goblin, though. Eric Stewart says, I'm not a Gainwell fan. I understand. And I haven't been high on Gainwell in a while. I'll be honest. I haven't been high on Gainwell in a long time. So, but we'll see. We'll see what he can do playing with a guy like Saquon Barkley. We'll see. Donald Roan says Gainwell is in a contract year. He will ball out, but this is his last year here. I agree. I think this is Gainwell's last year. That's why they signed, or that's why they drafted Will Shipley. I think this is Kenny Gainwell's last year. I think he knows it. So I think he's trying to do everything possible. Anthony Krobeck says Jalen Mills had so much drip back in the day. Him and CJ would be a vibe. But we don't need it, though. Rob Snyder says, if the offensive line is a weakness, then all the skill players are not effective. It won't be a weakness. Listen, in life, there are 3 guarantees: death, taxes, the Eagles' offensive line. Simple as that. Stoutling you, baby. Stoutling you. Larry Love says, only way Jalen Mills comes back is for when Nick Foles leaves out. I got to say no, but I love the guy. Fanny says, we should have drafted Jason McClellan, the running back from Alabama. I'm not familiar with his game, so I'm not going to give you an opinion about that. Man, oh man, you guys, this has been a hell of a live stream, man. This has been so dope. Where are we? We got over 170 people in the live stream, 190 likes, man. You guys were awesome, man. Thank you guys so much. Michael DeJean says, great trade. Absolutely. Ski Mask Howard, we added again. Facts. Let's go over some of the details again. So the Eagles traded with the Washington Commanders. The Eagles receive wide receiver Jahan Dotson and a 2025 fifth-round pick, while the Commanders receive a 2025 third-round pick and 2 seventh-round picks from the Eagles. Last season, Jahan Dotson played in 17 games, and he was able to put up 49 catches on 83 targets, 518 receiving yards, averaged over 10 yards of reception, and 4 touchdowns. And his role was the number 3 receiver. He was like borderline between number 3 and number 2 because Curtis Samuel and him have similar numbers. Their snap counts, I believe, are similar. So, I mean, I felt like it was Terry McLaurin and then whoever they threw the ball to after that. But basically, he was a number 3, which is what he's going to be in Philadelphia. But Dotson is a former first-round pick, drafted 16th overall out of Penn State, and he currently is 24 years old, 5'11", 182 pounds. He has a 36-inch vertical and ran a 4.43 or 40-yard dash time at his combine. And Dotson, he brings a ton of speed to the slot. He has the ability to take the top off the defense. He can actually catch the ball. On top of that, he's fearless. He can high point the football as well, and he knows how to make people miss after the catch. And he knows how to make the tough catches on top of that. And look, here's another thing too, right? You get Jahan Dotson. Here's the most important part of this. You get Jahan Dotson on his rookie deal. For the next 2 seasons minimum. If you decide to pick up the 5th-year option, then you got him for 3 seasons. So basically, you're going to have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson together for the next 2 years minimum. Benjamin Moore with the $5 super chat. Thank you, big dog. He says the Eagles' offensive line is why Saquon will win the rushing title this year. Hey, we'll see, man. I hope so. I really, really hope so. I hope so. Thank you so much for the super chat, B Moore. I really do appreciate you, big dog. It means a lot. It goes a long way. Trust me. Larry Love says, be more. I don't think Saquon will win a rushing title, but he's going to have like 12 to 15 rushing TDs or 12 to 15 TDs. Could have 20. I just think he will be scoring all the TDs this year. It's possible. Michael DeJean says, Tone, who do you think is the odd man out? Oh, Paris Campbell and John Ross. Paris Campbell and John Ross are the odd men out. Think about it. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson. You know they're keeping Britton Covey. You know they're keeping Johnny Wilson. And they're likely going to keep Anaya Smith because they drafted him. So I think Paris Campbell and John Ross are finito. They're out the door. Rufus Wallace says, bro, I'm under my CTS ad and the performance exhaust, checking you out. And man, I can't focus now. You got my air up like a German Shepherd. The receiver room, three-headed monster. Hey, Rufus, be careful, okay? Be careful. All right? Just be careful. Fitness Warrior says, Kellen Moore's wife probably like, what got you smiling like that? Yo, y'all killing me today. Let me read that again. Fitness Warrior says, Kellen Moore's wife probably was like, what got you smiling like that? Kellen Moore is like, have you seen my office bed? That's funny, man. That is funny. Larry Love says, Covey is our Cooper will return kicks. Oh, punter. Covey is our punter, and Cooper will return kicks. We'll see. We'll see. But Covey is definitely the punt returner. That's why he makes the roster. Let's see. Oh, okay, here it is. Larry Love says, Covey is our Cooper. Will return kicks. They want him out on the field as much as possible. S. Blunt says, hit that like button, y'all. Let's get to 200. S. Blunt also says, great show, Tone. Meeting time for me. Hey, S. Blunt, I appreciate you for being here for as long as you have, man. I appreciate you for showing love like you always do. Man, got a lot of love for you, big dog. You already know how I give it up. But like he said, let's get this thing to 200. Let's get to 200 likes, y'all. Where we at right now? We are at 199. We need one more like to get to 200. One more. That's all we need is one more. My man B. Moore says, I got you, Tone. When are you going to level up? Offer channel memberships and consistent income. Hey, listen, man. You know, I'm definitely going to do memberships, though. I'm definitely going to add memberships, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the ways you guys have donated to me thus far. But I'm definitely going to add. Channel membership soon. It's just that, you know, I kind of want to feel like, you know, I want to. Ooh, I have a plan. You guys know how I do giveaways, right? Matter of fact, speaking of giveaways, real quick, and J62, I'm going to get to your super chat. But speaking of giveaways, I want to give another shout out to our winner from last week, Rolando Durand. My man Rolando, if you're in the live stream right now, I mailed out your gift today. I mailed out your giveaway today, okay? So, and I also emailed you. Let me double check my email to make sure you got back to me. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But Rolando, yep, perfect. Rolando got back to me. Yep. So I want to give another shout out to my giveaway winner, Rolando Durand. Rolando is our giveaway winner from last week. His gift was mailed out today. I also want to give a shout out to my previous giveaway winners, Mark Johnson, Jameer Adams, Keisha White, Thomas Adams. All those people have received gifts from me. All those people have received Eagles gear from me. So I really do appreciate those people. And we do giveaways, and we pretty much do giveaways weekly here. And everybody will tell you, I'm legit. Everybody will tell you, hey, Tone makes sure he gets you the giveaway. He makes sure he corresponds with you via email. He makes sure that he gets you the tracking number. Hey, listen, Keisha White right here. Listen, Mark Johnson, he won. Keisha White, he won. You feel what I'm saying? My man Jameer Adams, he won. Thomas Adams, a.k.a. Bold Brew. They know. They know what's up. Y'all know what's up. Level 1 Financial. Tone, I got you for the lights. It's Be More. Hey, Be More. Shout out to Be More. So Be More. So my man Benjamin Moore got 2 channels. He got his professional channel and he got his personal channel. So this is Be Moore's professional channel, Level 1 Financial. And this is his personal channel. So I really do appreciate you, big dog, for showing love the way you do, man. I hope I give you a lot to. I hope I'm able to fill your time up at work. I know you're a busy man, so I'm able to really give you some good conversation while you're at work, big dog. Now to my man J62's donation, the super chat. Thank you so much, Jay. He says if Dallas got him, he'd be the best wide receiver since Moss. Exactly. That's why I don't like when people talk the way they talk sometimes. Like acknowledge, game recognized game. I show love to CeeDee Lamb, even though it kills me. I show love to CeeDee Lamb. I show respect. I show reverence. I show respect for Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? I show respect to Terry McLaurin. You know, I show respect to Austin Eckler. You know what I'm saying? I show respect to Jake Ferguson in Dallas. I show respect to Malik Neighbors. I'm not showing respect to Dane Jones, though. That's the last thing I'm going to do. Jameer Adams said, Tone legit and a man of his word. Hey, listen. Y'all know what it is, man. B. Moore says, I work from home, living the life, my brother. Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Michael DeJean says, what's next for Howie? Oh, great question. Great question. You know, we haven't talked about Howie as much as I probably should have. I did start the show with some high energy, though. But Howie Roseman, man. Howie Roseman been knocking him over the head. Listen, Howie Roseman been knocking him over the head. Like, he been coming out like a bandit. He coming in through the ski mask and say, give me everything. I love it. I love it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Howie Roseman went and got a backup tight end. I wouldn't be surprised if Howie Roseman went out and got another edge rusher. I wouldn't be surprised if Howie Roseman yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I wouldn't be surprised if he got an edge rusher. An edge rusher or a backup tight end. Maybe a D tackle, maybe. I don't know, just maybe. And thank you again, Jay, for your donation, my friend. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. And my man Larry, hey, listen, Larry. I don't know, Larry. Lawrence. I don't know if today was payday. But if it was, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you for donating to the channel in more ways than one. Thank you. It goes a long way. Trust and believe, man. You paying my bills. So, Larry, he says, been telling people at work, this will be a Dallas Goedert year. Kellen Moore really utilizes his tight ends. Jalen threw to him all offseason in camp. And with all the attention on the outside, Goedert will be open in the middle. It's a great point, man. I even said, listen, you know, I even said the same thing about you know, when you add Saquon Barkley to the fold, Saquon Barkley opens it up all the way for Dallas Goedert, right? AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson is going to open it up for Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert is going to open it up for Jahan Dotson. That's why this team is so legitimate on offense. They're so legit. They literally have a counter for every single thing you can throw at them. The Philadelphia Eagles are a matchup nightmare on offense. They are a matchup nightmare, Larry. Larry says, I'm just looking out, cuz I do the same thing to Laura Brunson when I stop in and drop by. Hey, man, I really do appreciate it, my man. Thank you. Eagles realist says, Tone, you make work go by fast. I do my best. B. Moore says, LL on point. Rufus Wallace says, la, 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 Larry Love. Nick N says, Goddard gets hurt every year. Health should be his main focus. Absolutely. That dude need to be doing yoga. He need to be hitting a massage table. He need to do whatever he can. Take 215 says, love your content and appreciate you holding us down. Of course, my man. Of course. If you guys are new to the show, please make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are locked in to the content. Make sure you guys are subscribed as well. Goes a long way with me. Really do appreciate it. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. All right. So sorry about that, you guys. Sorry about the little dead time. So yeah, shout out to my previous giveaway winners, Mark Johnson, Jameer Adams, Keisha White, and Thomas Adams. And also shout out to our current giveaway winner, Rolando Durand out of New Jersey. Your gift is in the mail. Me and you just went back and forth via email, so we're good to go with that. And also, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go check out the Chalk It Up Sports merch shop, right? We got some dope stuff on there, right? Make sure you guys go check it out. Go copy yourself the Apex Predator Jalen Hurts shirt. It comes in 2 colorways. It comes in black, and it also comes in tan, otherwise known as eucalyptus. So make sure you guys go lock in with that. It means a lot to me. The link is pinned to the top of the live stream, and the link has also just recently been posted. Recently be posted in the live chat as well. So make sure you guys go lock in with that. We got a bunch of people buying it already, man. My man Antonio Holmes got his. As a matter of fact, let me show you guys my man Antonio Holmes. Antonio Holmes is a loyal subscriber. And my man Antonio Holmes sent me a picture with him with his Apex Predator shirt. This could be you, Eagles fans. This could be you. Make sure you go cop yourself the Apex Predator Jalen Hurts oversized tee. Go cop that for yourself. You see what he did, right? He linked it with the Hurts season hat. So make sure you guys go bless yourself. And be more. There's nothing on the back of the shirt. I don't have anything on the back of the shirt. So let me just show you real quick. The back of the shirt is blank. Nothing on the back of the shirt. I wanted to keep it simple. Wanted to make sure you had something on the front. Nothing's on the back of the shirt. Like I said, it comes in 2 different colorways. Nothing's on the back of the shirt. Me, I'm 6 feet. I weigh about 220, and I wear and I put on an extra large. The extra large fits me just perfectly. It's the oversized style. It's the oversized style. So Rufus Wallace says, Tone, how long is delivery? I haven't got my shirt yet. Okay, Rufus. So Rufus, do me a favor. Can you tell me when you ordered it? Because my website is powered by Teespring, and Teespring, they make every shirt made to order, right? They customize every shirt on demand. So it always takes about 2 to 2.5 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks to get to you. So for example, I ordered my shirt like mid-July, and I got it like August 1st or something like that. So Rufus, can you do me a favor and tell me when you ordered it? Can you tell me what your confirmation email says? Do me a favor with that. Tell me what your confirmation email says, and it should give you an estimated delivery date. So yeah, the shirts are great. My man Antonio Holmes sent me the picture with his. So dope, man. And the fabric feels great on the skin. The way the artwork blends into the fabric. I wish I had it on today. I've been wearing it pretty much every day. I've been alternating between the black and the tan one every single day. If you guys have been watching me, but the way the artwork blends into the fabric, and I've washed mine. Right, I've washed mine since having them. I washed both of them, and the artwork is still sturdy. The shirt still is very quality, and the shirts are pre-shrunk. Okay, it's pre-shrunk, so it's not going to shrink on you if you wash it and put it in the dryer. Now, me personally, I don't like drying my graphic tees. I hang dry my graphic tees. I hang dry like my jerseys and whatnot when I wash them. You know what I'm saying? Or I may take them to the cleaners. But you know, like when it comes to like my graphic tees, me personally, I hang dry them. But you can put it in the dryer; it's perfectly fine, and you'll be all right. So yeah, Rufus, tell me what your confirmation email says. Tell me when your confirmation email says, and then you know it at the bottom. It should definitely say the projected delivery date. And again, if you guys do decide to order a shirt, it does take a couple weeks or so to get to you because each shirt is made to order from Teespring. So, you know, just give us some time to get to you, okay? Just give us some time. Unfortunately, I don't mail them out myself, but Teespring handles it. And I do have people who who have received their shirts, like my man Antonio Holmes. My father and my stepmom ordered shirts. They got theirs last week. My dad got his this week. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. Trust and believe that. It's coming. So shout out to you guys for supporting the channel the way you guys have been. Shout out to y'all. Hey yo, listen, man. Yo, this trade got Wale. Yo, y'all know who Wale is. Look at this. Look at Wale. Wale funny as hell. He said, see, I can joke around with the Eagles fans. They cool. And some of the Giants fans. But that team with that blue thing on that helmet, he talking about the Cowboys, of course. We are all here for y'all downfall. If y'all don't already know, Washington, Wale is from DC. Wale is a Washington. He's Washington everything. You know what I'm saying? Commanders. He's Wizards. You know what I'm saying? Capitals. He's Washington everything. So it's funny seeing Wale post this, especially after the Eagles traded for Jahan Dotson. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. B. Moore says, I have something for you. Chalk It Up Sports logo with the QR code, top center, small print. Wow, man. B. Moore, that'd be dope. That'd be dope, man. I would appreciate that. That'd be real dope. That'd be real dope. The QR code links you to the store. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Shep says, just ordered mine last night, Tone. Can't wait to get it. Hey, yep. Listen, Shep, thank you so much, man, for supporting the show. Means a lot to me, goes a long way. As a matter of fact, man, let me show you how it looks on. Let me just show you how it looks on somebody. Let me just show you how it looks. Let me just show you how it looks. Give me a second, y'all. Let me just show y'all something. Let me just give y'all an idea. So check this out. All right, so look at this. Looks really good, man. Looks really good. The detail is amazing. Comes in two different colorways. You feel me? That's how it looks. And if, in case you're wondering, I'm wearing an extra large. I'm wearing an extra large. My email. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Rufus Wallace says, "What's my email?" Oh, okay. My email is Chalk It Up Sports 52. Rufus, but Rufus, in your email, it should tell you. Okay. Rufus says, when I'm done with my car, I'll get at you. Okay. No problem. No problem. But just know, Rufus, though, check out your confirmation email when you get a chance. Do that first. Check out your confirmation email. And on the confirmation email, at the bottom of it, you should see a delivery date, a potential delivery date. So yeah, I just want to know when you ordered it and what day it says it's supposed to be there. So my email was Chalk It Up Sports 52. Chalk It Up Sports 52, my guy. All right, now let me bring this off the screen. So check that out. Also check that out as well. See how I laced it with the olive green and the tan? Looks good. So make sure y'all bless yourselves, man. Make sure y'all bless yourselves. Make sure y'all bless yourselves. Next up, I'm gonna see if I can get this in white or something. That'd be tough, wouldn't it? See if I get it in white. All right. So yeah, just so you guys wondering, in case you're wondering, I'm wearing an extra large. I'm 6 feet and I weigh about 220 pounds. 222 pounds. So it's the oversized style. So just keep that in mind when you order it, okay? I like mine. I wear extra large. That's just me. My shoulders, they're kind of broad. So, all right, let's see here. All right, let's keep this thing rolling, y'all. Let's keep this vibe going. We've been live for over 200. We've been live for over 2 hours. We got over 100 people on the live stream. Man, oh man, this is dope. This is real dope, y'all. Once again, the Philadelphia Eagles, your Philadelphia Eagles, signed Jahan Dotson, or traded for Jahan Dotson from the Washington Commanders. The Eagles receive Jahan Dotson and a 2025 fifth-round pick. The Washington Commanders, they received a 2025 third-round pick and 2 seventh-round picks from the same draft class. Last season, Jahan Dotson, he put up, and this is through 17 games. I was waiting for him. I was waiting for his nut ass. I was waiting for him. There he is. There he is. I was waiting for him. There he is. I was waiting for you, dog. I was waiting for you, dog. Why you let Harry Roseman knock you upside the head like that? Why y'all keep letting Harry Roseman knock you upside the head? Come on. Come on. Hey, listen, somebody get Infamous some milk. Somebody check on Infamous. Somebody go check on him. Somebody go check on him. Because y'all not trading for Ayuk. That's done. Y'all not getting Ayuk. You know that, right? Hey, Infamous. Infamous. You know you're my dog, right? You know you're my dog, right? Infamous. You know you're my dog. you know you my dog, right? I'm telling you this right now. You're not getting Brandon Ayuk. I don't understand how you're helping your young rookie quarterback by getting rid of one of his weapons. I don't understand that. Harry Roseman said, boop. Oh, man. My man Infamous said, Tone, Rome wasn't built overnight. That's what Adam Peters been saying. Why just get T. Higgins next year? All right. Hey, listen, it was Brandon Ayuk this year. Now it's T. Higgins next year. Okay. All right. Infamous, you my man. I trust you. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. A-Track says the Commanders are a disappointing franchise. Bottom feeders. Jay Brown says Washington also helped us get Cooper DeJean. That's a fact. That's a fact. Alex Sherrill says, not about the fifth option. It's about making defenses think and have to defend against it. Yeah, it's about, you adding Jahan Dotson just completes your offense. It rounds it out perfectly. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. Come on, man. Come on. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Sheesh. Man, this has been a hell of a live stream, y'all. So, yeah, Jahan Dotson, through 17 games last season, only put up 49 catches through 49 catches on 83 targets, 518 receiving yards, averaged over 10 yards of reception and 4 touchdowns. And through 12 games, he has similar numbers in his rookie year. So he has tremendous upside. He's 24 years old and 5'11", 182 pounds, ran a 4.43 40, has a 36-inch vertical, plays the game fast, fearless, knows how to high point the football. And look, here's the thing, right? Infamous says he almost didn't make the roster and he has attitude problems. Well, listen, if I play for the Washington Commanders, I have an attitude too. Shit. If I play for the Commanders, I would have an attitude every day of the damn week. That's just the reality. If I played for the Commanders, I'd be bitter as hell. So I get it. You see, here's the thing. When you go into a new situation and you actually are contending for something real, right? You're not contending for the first overall pick. You know what I'm saying? When you're actually playing for a team and you're competing for a chance to win a Super Bowl, and you play next to A.J. Brown, you play next to Devontae Smith, you play with Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts and Dallas Goedert, oh, best believe he'll get in line. And guess what? The way our team is set up on offense, there's a clear pecking order. So trust me, Jahan Dotson not coming over here thinking he the man. He coming over here like, hey, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, it's time to cook. Oh, Dallas Goedert, hey, let's eat. And we got him on a rookie contract still. I think that's why the Eagles had to give up a third-round pick because you obviously didn't want him to go to waivers, because I don't think he would have made it to the Eagles if he'd have made it through waivers. I really don't think he would have. I think somebody would have picked him up. So the Eagles looked at it from this perspective. We don't want this player on waivers because he's not going to make it to us. So we're willing to give up a little bit more than what he's probably worth right now because of that, and bringing him in gives you flexibility with that rookie contract. We have him under contract for 2 years, 3 years if you add the 5th-year option. So when you couple those things together, it matters. It affects the trade value. Every detail affects trade value, down to how much a guy is making, down to where they were drafted. You feel what I'm saying? So all the nuances involved, I'm actually pleased with the return on the investment. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it, not one bit. Madness says, just got in from work, Tone. What's up? Hey, listen, Jahan Dotson is what's up, baby. Eagles traded for former Commanders wide receiver Jahan Dotson. We got our number 3 wide receiver, Madness. We straight, big dog. Twan says, it's really a 4th because it's a late 3rd. Exactly. If we do everything we expect we're going to do, which is go deep into the playoffs and potentially win the Super Bowl, that 3rd round pick is basically a 4th round pick. I'm not tripping on that. When you're trying to win the Super Bowl, you say F them picks. Who cares? We talk about Harry Roseman. Harry Roseman can flip a paper cup into a draft pick. Stop playing. Stop playing, man. You know, everybody want to be like Howie. Everybody want to be like Howie. You feel me? So it's all good. It's all good. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping at all. My man Infamous says, Tone, he wasn't going to make the roster, and we got a 3rd. It was a win-win. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Y'all got a 3rd round pick. Y'all still building. Hey, listen. Infamous. As much trash as I talk, this ain't really about y'all. Trust me. It was really a win-win for both of us. Trust me. It ain't about y'all. Trust me when I say that. And I mean that respectfully. It's not about y'all. But you're ultimately right. You got what you needed. We got what we needed. Don't matter at all. Oh my God. I wish I could put on some highlights, but I don't want to get flagged on YouTube. I don't want to get flagged. That's the last thing I want to do is get flagged. All right, man. We're going to be live for another few minutes, and then we're going to get out of here. Oh, man. Let me see here. Benjamin Moore says, in business, it's always about the win-win. Bag Trap 254 says they were never cutting Jahan. Trade 979 says, is the new Madden out yet? I think it is. I've been playing college football though. Adam Peters. Let me look up this man. Let's see here. So Adam Peters has 3 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots. But he has one with the Denver Broncos. And he was only a scout at the time. It wasn't like he was making major decisions. He was a scout. Hey, listen, hold on. Time's out. You're not going to sit here and convince me about some guy who hasn't even proven it on the GM level. All his Super Bowls have come when he's been a scout. That's it. Like, don't get me wrong. He knows talent. Don't get me wrong. He knows talent. Don't get me wrong. Infamous. He knows talent. But being a GM goes beyond just knowing talent. It goes beyond that. Oh, man. All right. So, where are we? I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Man, it's been a hell of a live stream. I done gave y'all so much energy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You guys, I am so grateful. I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to kick it with y'all today. I am so grateful to be a supporter of the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm so grateful that I have an opportunity to just talk football. The football season is here. The NFL season is here. I am so glad that I get to really kick it with y'all and talk football every single day. This is something that I don't take for granted. You guys have hit the like button, something crazy. Y'all took the like button to another level today, right? And then on top of that, y'all took the super chats to a high level today, man. You guys are truly, truly magnificent. I'm so grateful for the constant support you guys have given me. It goes a long way. I'm grateful to all you guys who I'm grateful to all you guys who have, donated to the channel, who have invested in the channel. Those of you guys who have participated in the giveaways. I'm grateful to you guys who have purchased your Chalk It Up merch. I really do appreciate it. It goes a long way with me. And Mark Johnson, Jameer Adams, Keisha White, Thomas Adams, and now Rolando Duran. Shout out to y'all for being the giveaway winners. And everyone's going to have an opportunity. Everyone's going to have an opportunity to win something from me, okay? I'm not doing any repeat winners. So my goal is to make sure I bless as many people as possible. All right? So thank you guys so much for showing love the way you guys have, always do. And make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new to the show. And thank you guys for giving me an opportunity. I know you guys have a ton of options. Make sure you guys stay engaged, keep sharing the content, keep super chatting, keep super stickering, keep super thinking. Make sure you guys stay active. On top of that, make sure you guys stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. I've been your humble host, Tone DeShields II, and you guys have been locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game.